Welcome to the MicroMolar podcast, Biotech Signals Series. Today is Monday, May 5th, 2026.
Let's get right into the signals.
UCB is acquiring Candid in a deal worth up to $2 billion to expand into T-cell engager therapies. This is a major immunology and oncology bet that positions UCB alongside leading players in next-gen immune-targeting drugs.
The FDA approved a breast cancer drug from Pfizer and Arvinas despite underwhelming clinical data. This decision signals regulatory flexibility in areas of unmet need and could lower the bar for future approvals.
Amgen has launched a late-stage obesity trial focused on patients switching from competing drugs. The study is critical, as Amgen tries to break into a market dominated by GLP-1 leaders.
Moderna is working with the FDA on post-marketing COVID vaccine data to support broader access. These discussions could influence future vaccine labeling and uptake.
Celcuity reported Phase 3 data showing its breast cancer drug outperformed Novartis Piqray. The result positions a smaller biotech to potentially disrupt an established oncology standard.
Johnson & Johnson has exited CAR-T lymphoma programs despite earlier expectations of blockbuster potential. The move highlights intensifying competition and shifting economics in cell therapy.
The FDA is reviewing AstraZeneca's oncology drugs through a revived advisory panel process. This signals heightened scrutiny in cancer drug approvals and evolving expectations for clinical evidence.
A major Supreme Court case could reshape the generic drug market through a fish oil drug dispute. The outcome may influence how patents and labeling protections are enforced across many drugs.
Novartis is facing potential generic competition in its radioligand therapy franchise. This raises important questions about how defensible complex oncology platforms are once exclusivity periods expire.
Windward raised $165 million to push a TSLP-targeting drug into Phase 3. The funding reflects continued investor confidence in respiratory and inflammatory disease platforms.
Biotech IPO activity is picking up, with Seaport, Hemab, and Avalyn signaling renewed market interest. However, the window appears selective, favoring later-stage and de-risked assets.
Takeda reported pivotal data improving convenience for primary immunodeficiency patients. While not a major efficacy breakthrough, improved administration could strengthen competitive positioning.
A new biotech model is emerging that combines small teams, large funding rounds, and Chinese-sourced assets. This approach could compress development timelines, but introduces geopolitical and regulatory risks.
Ligand is attempting to exit its agreement with Viking Therapeutics over alleged contract breaches. The dispute could reshape ownership and development rights for key metabolic assets.
Seaport leadership defended its decision to go public via a $255 million IPO. The move reflects a strategic shift toward independence, rather than early acquisition in a volatile market.
The Wall Street Journal publishes a health article describing research that shows that vitality is improved by challenging avoidance, stasis, and soothing habits, and instead leaning into uncertainty and discomfort.
And finally, Astellas appointed a new chief strategy officer to guide long-term portfolio decisions. Leadership changes like this often signal shifts in pipeline focus and deal-making priorities.
That's a wrap on today's Biotech Signals. Thanks for tuning in to the MicroMolar podcast.
Visit micromolar.com for more information. See you next time.